now I am recording. This is a Varder. How do you say your name?
Notlua, but
Lua. Okay.
my Discord is just Lua.
Okay.
Only
We're
Lua.
doing a Varder view of Lua. If you want coaching, join my Discord server in the description and DM me and send me your VOD. I will VOD review it and post it here.
Yeah.
Okay. You are playing. Oh, you got Night Temple. Leaving for lovers. That's a good sniper. To Ming. Okay. You are running. Okay, I like these grenades so far.
It was because, like, last night I was watching your review on another Ming user who was using smoke and a grenade or something like that.
So that's not bad. Yeah. Smoke is always good to run because most of the time your team is not going to run smoke for you. Your sniper gets knocked down. You should be good. Good. Cool for the revive. Your team would okay, some. Good. Go for revive. I would probably rotate off of that. Because now the enemy team has seen your entire team like start rotating, so they're gonna start rotating onto A site. So what I would have done, I would have just left and gone C, and then you would have gotten the whole site for free. Because like in my mind, once they got info on us, they're just gonna rotate onto this site and just stack the site, and then we just run into 4 people and die. Instead of going to a site that which they start over rotated and then we get the entire site for free. Here, let me go back. I wasn't paying attention. Right here, it's not bad. I would prefer you to go bottom part here. The bottom part is like a lot less exposed than the top part. You can get shot from a bunch of different angles from this top part. So I would only recommend the sniper because the sniper gets a lot of angles to shoot from. That's the only certain why I would recommend the sniper to go top. If you went bottom here, you could have just shot all of these people behind. Yeah, and it's especially bad if like your whole team just goes to one part. And see how you're not able to play close here? You just have to play long range because if you do, you're just gonna get shot. That's because you went up here. They have just so many angles to shoot you from. You could shoot you from down here. You get shot from down. Yeah, you get shot from down here and up here. Even over here, if someone was over here, you're just like way more wide open on a close range character. Yeah. So it's just your decision to go top part here that fucked you up. You should have just went bottom part. Then you could like use this for cover, this area for cover. Shoot these people in back. You could pinch them from both sides, and then you could take this upper area. Yeah, but now you lose those. You played that fine, but only that push was bad. Also on A site, what you want to do, you want to push up into this upper area. Wait, let me find it. You want to push up into this area. You want to try to get to this area and push this and try to fight over here if possible. Or just hold this because your team could just plant and play time if you're just holding this the entire time. They need to try to retake this or else they're just going to get shot from up here. Good, I like that kill. Okay. Also, I would recommend you going here because this lets you get to the enemy sooner from here. Like you just jump on this wall and then beamer from here, and then your teammate just comes up from the other side. But that's just a small thing. Yeah, here. Let me replay this. Do you get the pick? Okay, so as soon as this flavia starts shooting you, you should like paper because you have no shield right now. Because of the Yuguri Q. You have no shield because of the Yuguri Q. You're standing inside the Yuguri Q. Now you have no shield. And the Flavia should beam you. Flavia does a lot of damage. If you just paper in front of her from this range, she's not going to do anything. She's going to tickle you. And then your teammates are close enough that they could just pick off Flavia because she's distracted on you. Like, you see your Lewins up here and your Celestials up here. Just let them do all the work and then just act as bait. Because you just die like for no reason here, and then if you just let them kill the Flavia, you would have been able to like hold the space up here, but since you died, you weren't able to do that. Let's lose this round. Two. Okay. Okay. I need to pick this again. Wow, so you wanted to do a smoke here. The smoke's like not really useful because they already know that you're gonna rotate. Like, unless you wanted to like re-hit A or something, then you could smoke this. If not, then just don't smoke that and then just go A. If you want to smoke this, like block info and go C long, C, you should go through long because they won't see you and they'll think you rotated back to A. But now since you go here, they just have info already. Because there's someone up here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you see the grenade coming out. By the way, don't glide in front of here. They could get very punished if there's like multiple people here. Just like drop down and go here, paper on this, jump here, just hold the right hand pick here. Also, you don't need to focus on this. You can just focus on holding up here. Now that you're distracted on this person, the Flavia is pushing in. Because you have four people on, you already have like the whole team on this one person, on these people on the street. Now you're just getting flanked by the Flavia, and now one of your teammates gets picked off. It's not you get picked off. Yeah. Here you're playing on the left hand peek. Don't take left hand peeks as a fight. If you wanted to fight this, you should glide here and take a right hand peek instead. Another thing, your teammates are holding you here too, so you won't die from this. Even if they push you, you won't die because your teammates could just beam them as soon as they push through. So don't be scared of like them pushing you. Yeah, but like your big mistake here was leaving this area, leaving this hold. I like how you take space, but what you do after you take space is like you just toss around. Yeah, again, don't go to the stop area. I told you already though. By the way, if you see that there's like they spam a bunch of grenades and they're not getting intercepted, just throw just take an interceptor instead. Again, this smoke here mid was kind of useless, but that's not really useful. If you wanted to queue this, you should queue like wire here because when you go through and queue this, you're very vulnerable to the Flavius. You could have just easily taken all your shield there. Just a small thing. You're playing a little too scared right now. Honestly, what you could do, you could smoke this off since Flavia's already ulted, Mara ulted, and then you have a Lewin too. You could just smoke this off and take this entire site, take space here. Yeah. Okay, so now since you were here the whole time, the enemy was able to get space on site, and now you're getting flanked, and they're gonna collapse on you. You just really lost and don't know what to do. Is what I'm seeing right now. So as you're jumping Flavia, I'm at Ming. You need to always like push and take space. Because like you weren't pushing and the enemy just got all this space over here. Like your whole team was focused on this entrance. You should have went down here and held this entrance instead. Since if you like fighting one side, they're probably gonna push from the other side.
I just like visualized it.
What do you mean?
Like thinking about it, if I just visualized what would happen if I went there instead, they couldn't walk through and my team can just flank on them.
Yeah, but your team doesn't understand what you're thinking unless you communicate. So if you're not going to communicate with your team, you need to take the initiative and take space on site. And yeah, basically how it works. Where did you think your team was going to flank? Like through this like through here?
Through there.
Like through this upper area here?
Yeah, they would just walk straight in and walk to whoever's on the big street while I hold the street entrance and keep sight.
Yeah, but the problem with that is that you don't communicate that with your team. How is your team supposed to know to do that if you don't communicate? You need to communicate before you start pushing in if you do want to do that. If not, just play consistently and hold space on this side. Don't expect anything from your teammates. That's how you rank up. You have to like not expect anything from your teammates and expect the worst, because that's probably what's gonna happen. Because if you do this thing, what's the other thing that in what ways can you die from that? Like by just standing still here and your team like not moving here, like the information that you have right now, what's gonna happen? How could you die? What could the enemies do? What do the enemies want to do? That's the question you need to ask yourself. What do the enemies want to do and how could I prevent that? The enemies can't push through here because your whole team's right here. So the enemies would want to push through this other part, which you're not defending. It's not bad. It's not bad, but you look on your map. You're not looking at your map right now. Your team is not with you. Your team is not with you at all. So you need to calm down here. Yuguri ult? Yeah, you're just alone here. You weren't paying attention to your map and you'd die for that. If you looked at your map, you would have saw that your whole team was like all back here. So as soon as you see this Yuguri ult, you would have backed up all the way to your teammates to fight with them. Because you already have bomb down. You could just play plant if you need to. Try to hide behind something before you throw your Yato, because if you just like stand in front of them while then switch to your grenade, then throw it. You want to switch to your grenade, then throw it while you're peeking, while you're moving. That's just a small tip. I like that. I like that you actually queued the turret. Good thing. Also, you have to You're like, how could I describe this? You're like unsure, kinda. You're like not confident that I see. Because I see you like just like here stuttering, like waiting for your team to do something. You're the one. You're the leader, so you have to like push in front of your team. Because I saw you like waiting for the Lewin to go in front of you. You have to be the one in front of the Lewin. You have to be confident in the decisions you're making. You're the leader of the team, basically. If you want to do a decision, commit to it. It's the best advice I could give you. So right now, what I would do, I would drop down here and hold the space from here. Hold this area right here. Why I'd say this is because the Giger's already queuing you. So if the enemy just swings you here, you're dead. If this CEO just swings you here, she could one tap you, quite literally. But the enemies don't realize that, so you're fine. Yeah. Maybe watch that. You're making a lot of mistakes, but that's good. That means there's a lot you could work on.
I made sure to choose like one of the worst games I had in the past few days.
This is good. You can learn from a lot of this. You're making good mistakes. You're not making stupid mistakes. You're making like actual things you can learn from. Like I would prefer like a VOD like this rather than your best game ever, because then there's like nothing good to review. Yeah, but like all your previous mistakes just made you die there. Also, another thing about playing playing here is that your teammates could actually help you. Like these teammates here could push up here, help you. Teammates like playing over here could help you. Like teammates like playing back here and shit can't help you if you're like right here and then run towards here. You're just behind the box. You can't really be helped that much. And do you have a sniper? Yeah, you do have a sniper. The sniper's probably gonna be playing here long, watching the street. So you can't really get help in that position you're in unless your teammates are actually aware, which you can't expect them to be. Bad. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. You need to shoot this turret first of all. That's the first thing, and then the second thing: do not peek like this. Do not peek like this. You don't have any info on who's on site right now. You see one here, but you don't know where the rest are. Let's go. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's fast forward here. You peek. You see this guy here. You see two here. But you still decide to peek this. And you do a wide peek, not even like a small peek. Like you have to be aware of where you can be shot from and based on what info you have, and you have to need to look at your map before taking a fight to make sure you can't die while taking that fight to another person. Like what happened here. Okay. And you forgot about, did you forget about the Michelle here? You need to remember like the positions here. The positions your enemies are and where you could die from. Okay. Once again, look on your map. Look on your map. What is your team doing? You see that your team already has this area right here. You see that they have bomb. So just like back up here and play with them. Instead of like staying here and taking all that damage that you didn't even need to. And Flavia ulted. She just wasted her ult. Just wait and play with your team. You backed up here, but your team was already gone by the time you did. bad, yeah. Just fast forward this next round. Your team just sold that. You had bomb and they just pushed for some reason. Yeah, the entire team, including you, just sold that round. It's fine. Happens. Also, why do you just run into that? Yeah, let's go back. You just run straight into that.
I just chose to eat it all. But I ate a little too much.
Never try to like take unnecessary damage. Try to conserve your health as much as possible. Yeah, that happens. I have made this mistake too. Don't worry, you're not the only one. Actually, I made that mistake today too. like on Windy Town, like that bridge area on A site, I think. No, B site. That bridge area, they just threw a slow nade and they threw 2 grenades plus Chiokyu. And they just got instant died. Yeah. Flavia, okay. Okay, let's do this.
This season, I'm really trying to be a duelist main, so
You got that, yeah. I believe
like
you're like taking
would've been
fights
a
good,
yeah.
but like you need to think before you take fights. There, buy more. Here, buy more. You pop your Q for no reason here. There's no point of popping this Q. Let's go back. So you see the Bimo's not on site. You see that there's one here. So and you see that. Do you see? Wait. And then you see that there's one here. So that means there's max like 3 down here. No, max 3. Okay. Oh, wait, I can't do math. Honestly, what I would have done in this situation, I would have queued and just pushed this because the fuchsia, it was in the queue, I think. Yuguri queue. Now she has no shield, and you could just full commit into here, do what damage to whoever's in here. And even if you pop your Q, that's fine because your teammate here is here to back you up too. Basically, you just need to use your Q for an aggressive push. Here you get scared by the Ica Q, or like if you're getting pushed, so you just use your Q. You're not looking at your map. Actually, this is... Oh, you are, okay. Actually, holding here was probably fine, because they're probably gonna get pinched if you do go here. Because like what I personally would have done, I would have stayed here, and if I saw that one of my teammates died in here, I would have started fighting here. But since your team was able to push them out, it doesn't really matter. But you need to play more aggressive to create opportunities for your team. You were not looking at your map again, pretty sure. Let me see what's happened here after you left. Let's see if your team got any info here. Yo, you Gary, just get info. You just didn't look at your map. That's completely on you. Okay. In general, I like that replay. I like that replay that you sent me. Some tips I would give, like I'm gonna give you like 3 tips for things you need to work on. First of all, look at your map more. You're not looking at your map enough. Look at your map before you take a fight. Look at the info you have before you take a fight. See where you could be shot from and who are you gonna be fighting before you take a fight. Pay attention to where your teammates are. That's what I have to say. On Flavia, play more aggressive. Play more aggressive, create opportunities for your team to push in. I want you to experiment on Flavia and try to play aggressive without dying. Try to play aggressive, and if you died, you just know to play not that aggressive, but you just need to experiment more with what you could do on Flavia. because you don't know like how much you could push or how little you could push. I just recommend experimenting with that. And third of all, let me think. On Ming, you need to push and make space with your team. You need to prioritize that over getting kills. If you're already on site, you need to prioritize that over getting kills. If you're just like fighting a flank and you're not even pushed onto site, then you could fight that flank. But if you're already on site, I need you to hold space for your team. If you see that your team is already like on one person, if you're like 3 people are on one person, you don't need 4 people on that one person. I just want you to hold space instead of doing that. Those are the 3 things I want you to work on. Got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a lot of potential. You have a lot of potential to be good, I believe.